fundamentally different. And so, frankly, I think anybody and everybody should.
Do you think that that is a blend of kind of old culture and new culture? So what I mean by that is there's a lot of older people, right?
Yeah.
Within
I call
our
them old
industry.
truths and new, I call them old truths and new truths. Yes.
And I think that I personally think that there's a blend that should happen between the two.
Yes, I call it. So historically, our desire as an industry is to have a binary conversation. It's this or that, when I think it's an and.
Yeah.
I believe when I sized the market, we did it at 70 billion. And that, Omdia was calling it a $10 billion industry. My opinion is the 10 billion is the cottage high security side of our industry.
Okay.
The 70 includes the 10. It's not in lieu of, like people want to have it. So I think there is a mix of the old and the new that has to happen in order for this to be a mainstream industry. You're going to have both of those. You're going to have strictly just high security, lock on lock, keep bad people out. But why can't we also let the right people in?
Right.
Both of those can exist at the exact same time.
Both things can be true.
True, very much so. But that's why now what happens is some old truths need to be put away. Not all, just like not all new truths are ready for the market yet. So you do a mix of the new and the old. And I believe what we'll have is a much more fruitful industry that can not only deliver safety security, but we can also deliver additional value like great user experiences, increased revenue generation. And I believe in the end, we deliver even more safety and security because of it.
Yeah, for sure. Let me ask you a different question. So what decision do you think gets made without identity leaders being in those rooms that you mentioned before that may cost them the most later?
I believe the decision of that the trust and comfort of the product selections or the way the systems are designed and put in, the trust and comfort of how it's been done for the past 30 years is the one that needs to be done for the next 30 years. So meaning their expectation of how the system should function be done and the people around them that they may be thinking about, but just because they've used them forever is how it must be, because that's how I know it. And that's, in some cases, I believe we have an identity crisis as an industry itself, because we've had an entire group of people that for a very long time have built, put food on their table, have gotten, respect and the badges and all they've got
all the flags,
all 3-letter acronyms after their names of like what they built and frankly, a network of friends and everything that's there, which I get, a community, right?
Right.
They built a community. And some of these changes that are happening are threatening the things that they've built their identity around.
Yeah.
And I think that gets in the way on a regular basis of the decisions that we know as an industry we need to go do. The other thing I'll tell you, the decisions that get made of how we incentivize people in our industry, we incentivize incremental growth.
Tell me more.
You'll hear it as like the war cry of the incremental growth. And the way that we incentivize people is we don't want a lot of risk in the machine because we want to deliver on the quarterly basis of a number to be hit from a manufacturing standpoint or whatever it might be. You'll hear it show up in things like we're a safety industry. We go slow. It's like, nah, like with all due respect, I get what doesn't mean because you let technology in. It's not like go fast, break things is not what we're talking about. What we're talking about is can we do 20% of like mobile? Are you really going to argue about some of these trends that are happening? These are inevitable. We can talk about the impact, we can talk about the business structure, what they have, but they're inevitable. And so I believe that the incentives that we put into place are actually getting in the way. The actual way we bonus people, we pay people, we reward people are set up to incrementally grow, where I feel like we can inject a little bit more quote unquote risk. I don't even think it's risk, but to them it's risk.
Maybe.
Into the machine, and we would find that we would see exponential growth and we would meet the market. Because if we don't, there's an entire group of people outside, whether it's capital markets coming in, startups that are coming into the world, the IT industry, all the convergence, everything that is known as digital transformation, software eats the world type of approach, it's happening even to our industry.
Very much so.
So we need to change the incentives. We need to change and maybe be an open conversation where, change is good. So embrace it.
Yeah.
I call them the nevers of our industry. There's the maybes.
Right.
There's the yeses and there's the been heres. We spend too much time trying to convince nevers. We should focus on the maybes and the yeses. And I think we'll find that $100 billion market opportunity that exists probably quicker than we believe.
There's another question that I wanted to ask you, because you wrote that the biometrics industry has a story problem.
Yeah. A big one.
A big one. So what is the wrong story that we are still telling?
That my system has 42 bits of your face versus 32, and that's why it's better. It's like a technical off.
Yeah.
Like we don't tell the value creation story. Dystopia, the bad actor side, or the fear of what can happen with biometrics, is very easy to be put together, and it's very viral. Washington Journal just did an article that was all dystopia about all bad that could happen with data in privacy and around biometrics, and that's real. There's also good actors, there's also value creation that could be brought into this as well. But as an industry, we don't prioritize marketing and storytelling and communication at all.
Not at all.
We're technical product marketing. You can even go in there, like your organization is actually one of a few that even have a CMO, which is sort of like,
Took us a while to get one back.
but you got one, right? Where that shows me that you're not only thinking about it, you're putting it into action. We've relied, as an industry, manufacturer side, we've relied way too much on the integrator channel to take that message the last mile. Whereas as a real industry that's mainstream, that means we tell branding and marketing, which are two different things.
Yeah.
They're not the same thing. And we tell stories. So we were going to do